Hey there, and welcome to the Crunch Time Performance Show. I'll be your host, Caden Thompson, and today we're going to be going through a solo discussion on a question that I got asked in an open Q&A session with some very high-level athletes that I was working with the other day. So let's just jump straight into it. The main question was, how do I get out of a slump? And so I have two ideas as it pertains to this question. And idea one is, well, how do you define a slump currently? And then how would I define a slump? So as for you, when you define a slump, it's maybe a bad game, a bad series of games, maybe a bad week, maybe even a bad month. So you're judging yourself based on outcomes, based on results that you've received from the games and the processes that you've put in place. Now, I think that athletes need to reframe the way they define a slump, because we need to be judging ourselves on the execution of our process as opposed to the results. The results are misleading. They don't tell the whole story, because you can do everything right in the game of baseball and still fail. And on the flip side, you can do everything wrong in preparation for your performance and still perform. So the nature of this game is that it's unpredictable. There's a lot of variance, but we want to put ourselves in the most likely position to see success. And with that, it's controlling our process, controlling what we actually have control over. So instead of focusing on outcomes that are outside of our control, I want you to focus on making your process better, because that's what we have control over. Now, the second idea, how do you refine a slump-proof process? You need to identify a certain criteria that you grade yourself on, each at bat or each time on the mound, whatever that process is. And this needs to be based on things that you can control. So for example, I was a hitter, and here are three simple things that I would grade myself on to know if I was on the right track with my process or if I wasn't putting myself in a position to succeed. Criteria one, I would ask myself, was my mind clear for the duration of the at-bat? Right? Was I putting myself in the right mental headspace to succeed for the at-bat, to focus solely on the at-bat itself, the pitch, each pitch, with a clear mind, no emotions, just focus. Criteria two, I would ask myself, was I on time? Now, if I was on time, then I would feel like I'm in a position to do damage with each pitch. And if I wasn't on time, then I would, after the at-bat, I would ask myself, okay, what can I do differently to get on time? Now, criteria three, did I swing at good pitches? Because if I'm not swinging at good pitches, how can I expect to get good outcomes? So with those three criteria, this allowed me to eliminate the focus on the result and simply focus on, okay, if I can have a clear focus for the at-bat, if I can swing good pitches, and if I can be on time, I can get good results over the long period of time. And sometimes I will do all those things right and still fail, and that's also part of it. And sometimes I won't have a clear mind, or I won't be on time, and I'll get the results that I want. But if we're trying to put ourselves in the best position possible to get the outcomes, then that's what we would focus on. So I want you to remember, a slump isn't a slump. It's a culmination of opportunities where you didn't execute your process to the standard you have set. So I really appreciate you tuning in. It's a quick, short episode. If you haven't already, be sure to follow, leave the show a like, and also be sure to share this show with a fellow player, another athlete, or save it for yourself when the results may be slipping, or you might be slumping or not getting the outcomes that you desire, because I know that we all care about performing really well. And this is a way for you to reframe your performance so it's under your control. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next one.